Hi everyone and welcome back to another Bendy and Ink Machine audio log review. And my theory was actually correct. There's just going to keep on being more and more. And sure enough, this one is Susie. So that means that at some point there will most likely be a Henry. And there's probably going to be one of Allison who replaced Susie. But, so yeah, this is going to be going on for a while. Until TheMeatly shows off something new. Now, there's going to be another video that I'm going to be uploading today as well, which is going to be going over the new cartoon that came out, in which I watched it and I loved it. And I just wanted to go over it with you guys. It's a lot shorter than the last one, but it's still pretty fun, but that'll be in the next video. But for now, I'll do what I always do and then watch the video with the microphone muted, and then I'll go over after. So I'll see you after.
The work of a voice actress can be a tough one, Mama. You never know what you're going to be voicing next. When you act in a proper theater, you get to play romantic leads, maybe a queen, some kind of villain. But when you work for Joey Drew, you never know. I think that's why I love it so much. Every day is a surprise. Though I do feel like I've been stuck with some low parts lately. Nothing really I can write home about. Sammy, our music director, was also telling me they're working on a new character upstairs. Might require a female touch. I've got a good feeling something great is going to happen.
Okay, so this kind of ties up the story a little bit more. So, of course, this one takes place after all the other audio logs that we've been getting so far, I think. I haven't been keeping track of the dates. So we get to understand a little bit more. So, Susie's more like of course, her dream job was being an actress, but she hasn't exactly gone to that point yet in Joey's studio. And now she's hearing stuff about something going on upstairs about a new character being made. And I bet that character's supposed to be Bendy. I'm not exactly sure if that was actually when Bendy was being made. It could also be Alice, but the thing is that if you notice a lot of times during chapter 1, a lot of the sketches did not include Alice. They didn't even introduce Alice until chapter 2, when you were in the music department. Which makes sense, because Susie also did mention Sammy, the music director, and Sammy says, and Sammy's the one that's actually been saying about the new character. But, well, the thing is that in chapter 1, all the work desks, like all the work desks that have drawings on them, they're all of Bendy's. So I'm guessing that's probably what it is. Or it could have to do with the ink machine. And then one other thing that I did notice. So a lot of people I've noticed that a lot of people are now saying that Joey Drew is a man of mystery, which makes sense. Because that Joey's always been hiding stuff from his workers. So, for example, for Joey, he's saying that something big's coming up for his little studio, but he never tells us what. Wally Franks. He's noticing it's not exactly like that much of a secret, but he's noticed that Joey's been hanging out with Susie more often. So it's not exactly a big secret, but so that one didn't exactly have that big of a deal. The third one, Thomas, now that's where things started coming back up again about Joey keeping secrets. He's saying now a wall's torn down, then what was it? And new things were being placed in, new pipes were placed in, and such, and that Joey never shows his cards, or he never plays them all out, so he's always hiding a few of those cards. And now this, to where the characters that Susie plays as are, you can never, and they're always, if I can find out, she says that you never know pretty much who you get to play as, which is one of the mysteries of Joey himself. But the thing is that she hasn't been exactly doing the greatest of works that she's been hoping for, so there's one other thing I also completely forgot about. If you remember at the very beginning, at the very end of her first sentence, she mentions Mama, so it's almost like a diary entry. And then she even mentions about writing stuff to home, so maybe she thinks about telling her family about all the great things that she's been doing here at Joey's, and maybe to make her parents proud and show how much work she's doing. But with not that much work going on so far, she hasn't exactly been able to do anything. Now, next up, I'm betting is probably going to be Henry, Sammy, or Allison. I'm pretty sure that there's still another person I can't think of, because I feel that there was another one. Oh yeah, who can't forget about Bertram? You can't forget about him. The one who created Bendy Land, and was that awesome boss fight in Chapter 4. But then, who was actually the projectionist? In which, also apparently that one audio log, now that I think about it, from Chapter 3, must have been taking place at some point after the Inky creatures were made. Because that, of course, Joey said that in Chapter 5 that they finally created Bendy, but I'm pretty sure that workers were still working there, so apparently the projectionist must have been there as well. So he must have been also one of the first creations. But we don't know, but that's just my own guess. Because this guy knows about the projectionist, how he's always watching and everything, but we never know who the projectionist truly was. Because all the Inky, like all the main Inky creatures, were based off of someone. So Alice Angel was based off of Susie. Allison was, of course, based off of Allison, of course, and the other actress. Boris, people are saying is like, I think it was of Thomas, the handyman, because he knows more about working stuff. Bertram, of course, was the carousel. And Bendy was just Bendy. Actually, I think that Tom might be more of Thomas, but I'm not sure because there's been so many Borises out there. But that's all. That's going to be all for this video, and in the next one, I'll be showing off the little cartoon. It'll probably be a lot shorter, but I'll see you all then. See ya.